Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the Building Business Credit Tips without using your social security number. We are so glad to have you with us today. Give yourselves a pat on the back for taking this first step to learning about building your business credit. We are so excited to be able to talk to you today and give you a couple tips on how to boost your business credit. There's a right way and a wrong way. And if you've been doing it wrong, you know it because you don't have any business credit. So we want to share these freebies with you today. Get you a pen and a piece of paper and take some good notes. I am Coach Sean. I'm a financial literacy coach. I coach individuals to help them boost their business, to grow their business credit, boost their personal credit, and just make them an all-around success. So I'm excited to be here with you. And I have with me my co-host and my business partner, Kimberly Shannon.
Hello, hello, hello. I'm Kimberly Shannon, your favorite credit coach, whether it be personal or business. I'm your favorite realtor, and I am elated to be here with my business partner, Coach Sean, to share with you all and drop gems on building business credit and giving you those credit tips without using your social security number. So let us walk through what we will be covering today. How to qualify your business for more funding, ways to establish initial business credit. And then we're going to be talking about how to obtain revolving cards, fleet cards, and cash while building your business. So this webinar is for you if you have been denied financing for your business. If you are just looking for some money to grow your business, to scale that business. And this webinar is also for you if you want to get away from personal guarantees and just free up your personal side of your credit. Then this webinar is also for you if you want your business to fund itself and stand alone. So what is business credit and why is business credit important? So business credit, we're going to break that down. Business credit is simply the ability of a business to qualify for financing. A strong business credit score can help you secure better interest rates on loans. It will help you decrease instances where you just need to prepay for a specific product or service. And then a strong business credit score can also help you to secure better trade terms with important suppliers in your own specific industry. Adversely, having bad business credit can limit your ability to secure financing.
So, Kimberly, most people think that if you have an EIN, then you will have already established business credit. But we both know that this is false. So, folks, just because you have an EIN does not mean you have established business credit. It also does not mean that your business is fundable. And you're thinking fundable. I could say it's self-explanatory, but just to kind of make a little bit more sense to you, we're not talking about just being able to get basic credit. We're talking about fundable to the extent that you can now get grants as well as business credit that is 10 to 100 times the size of your personal credit. So we're looking at fundable from the standpoint that businesses are looking at you. So just having your EIN number does not mean that you are fundable. It also does not mean that you can apply for a loan at the bank. You can, but you will get denied. And lastly, people say, well, I don't have to provide a personal guarantee because I have an EIN. This is also false, folks. So just because you have an EIN, remember, it does not mean that you have established credit. It does not make your business fundable. It does not mean that you can apply for a loan at the bank and automatically get qualified. And it does not mean that you no longer have to provide a personal guarantee. And for those of you that are wondering, well, what is a personal guarantee? It simply means that you have to guarantee it with your personal credit. A quick example of that is simply when COVID hit, a lot of people did personal guarantees for their businesses. And when their businesses had to close, those individuals were still on the hook for that credit. So let's talk about why people fail at building business credit. It's simple. They don't know the building blocks or the foundations in which to start. The first thing they do is they go to the bank and then they get turned down simply because they feel like they have this EIN and I have my paperwork, so I should be able to qualify. Wrong. Secondly, they apply for accounts in the wrong order. Yes, there is a method to establishing and building business credit. And just like anything, if you do it out of order, it will not work. And lastly, most don't know the vendors to apply with. So these are your main 3 reasons why people fail at building business credit. So how is business credit built? Simple. It's like the picture of Legos that you see here. When building, if you ever played with Legos as a kid or as an adult, you know that you have to create a foundation. And that's the same thing with business credit. There has to be a foundation. So you need trade lines, you have to establish a credit profile, and you also have to obtain a business credit score. These are just some of the components of that foundation. And then once you have an established business credit profile and score, then you can get started and move on to retail and cash credit and different loans. So the benefits of business credit. As I indicated, so many people use their personal credit. So had they used business credit, this would have been some of the benefits. The first one, it's not based on your personal credit score. So what does that mean? That means that if you don't have good personal credit or good consumer credit, you can't get approved. But with business credit, it does not particularly matter. There's no personal guarantee required or credit inquiries reported. This means that it does not, once again, impact your personal consumer credit report. So you don't have to worry about those inquiries. And the thing that I talked about just briefly before was that the increased credit limits. One of the biggest benefits of business credit is that you're more likely to get 10 to 100 times more business credit than you would with consumer credit. And this also all can be done and established without using your social security number or your personal credit. Also, there's a separate credit report for consumers versus commercial. So once again, it gives you the ability to separate your personal and your business affairs. And if we just go back to what we just came through with the pandemic, we understand that that's a very important piece. The next thing that it does is it establishes your credibility for lenders, suppliers, and credit issuers. That means people are looking at your business from a fundable standpoint, that thing that we talked about a little earlier, making sure that you are fundable. And guess what? The last thing, there's no collateral or cash flow requirements. How awesome is that with using your business credit versus using your personal credit? When you use your personal credit, that personal guarantor is a collateral, or there's some type of cash flow requirements from the banks. However, using these different things and establishing your business credit, those are some of the bonuses that you have.
Okay, so Coach Sean, we talked about the benefits of business credit. So now we're going to talk about why you don't want a personal guarantee. So banks minimize their risk by having businesses provide a personal guarantee for their business debts. If you can't pay the business debt, your private assets will be targeted. And that's something that we don't want anyone to go through. That because maybe your business has had some challenges along the way, maybe something happens along the way, which we can never say, you know, business can sometimes be risky. We do not want that to have an impact on your personal things, such as your accounts, you know, your bank accounts, your vehicles, your stocks, your homes, all those things that you have worked years maybe to provide for you and your family. So there are two ways, and we're going to talk about two different ways of establishing initial credit. There are various ways of establishing credit for your business, but right now we're going to hone in on two ways that you can establish that initial credit. So the first one being hybrid credit line. So the hybrid credit line, this means that this is the method of using your personal credit and a personal guarantee to open accounts that will report to the credit reporting agencies. So this is based on your personal credit. You can get approved up to $150,000 because of the fact that you're using yourself as a personal guarantee. But then also we have vendors. We have those vendor accounts. And this method targets vendors who will give you credit as a startup. They will give you that credit without you using your social security number, with you just using your EIN. So your cash flow nor credit impacts your ability to get approved. However, you must use vendors that report to the credit reporting agencies to build that business credit. And that's what we're here for, to target and to help you find those vendors that will be reporting. And so that if you're doing business with them, if you're doing transactions with them, it's gonna be valid, it's gonna be of help to you and your business. So getting a vendor to approve me with just my EIN. Personal information versus your business information. So again, you would be putting your personal information on that application, or then you'll be putting your business information on that application. So if you provide your social security number, of course, the vendor will make a decision based on your personal credit profile. They're going to be looking at your own personal things there. Those accounts that you've had, your mortgages, your auto loans, all those things, they'll be looking at those things and looking at your payment history based upon what you've done for years. But this also means an inquiry on your personal profile. And again, inquiries will impact your personal credit. They can impact your personal credit from 2 to 8 points a lot of times, based on them and how many people are pulling on that to see if you're going to be qualified for your business. This also means that the vendor's decision is based solely on your business credit score. So that's what we're trying to get to, that point, that vendors are going in and they're looking at your own business, standalone, looking at your business, where you're able to utilize your EIN and you're not having to pull away from your personal. We're separating that. We're helping you to be able to separate your personal and your business, two different entities.
All right, let's talk about the building advanced trade accounts. So like we indicated in the very beginning, it's very important to separate your personal credit from your business credit. However, many of you know that getting that initial credit is very difficult. And you're right. It's the hardest part of establishing business credit, because 93%, that's right, folks, 93% of the vendors, which means a lot of the vendors that you are using don't report to the credit reporting agencies. That means that your on-time payments and all of these great things that you're doing is not benefiting you from a business credit standpoint. So it's important to make sure that your fundability is strong before you go applying for business credit. Otherwise, you'll have to just wait, okay? And so that's where we come in, and we're telling you there's certain ways, there's certain building blocks, certain things that you need to do before you go and apply to these banks, or else, it's going to be extremely difficult for you to get funded. So here's some of the things that you'll need. You'll need a fundable business. And we talked a little bit about that before. And what makes your business fundable. And we won't get into all the details of what makes your business fundable. You can get in touch with us and we can break that down further at a different time, as well as the payment experience. But these are the different things that you need. You need to make sure that your business is fundable. You need to make sure that you have payment experiences. That means you need to have payments that are being reported to the credit reporting agencies. And then lastly, you need high credit limits. And you might be saying, well, Coach Sean, Kimberly, how do I get high credit limits if I can't get credit? Well, guess what, folks? Once again, we have the blueprint to that. And yes, you can. If you are a business owner, if you're thinking about becoming a business owner, you can get approved and we can show you how. But this is the other thing that you need to know. You also need to know that many retailers have this thing called time in business and revenue requirements, which is also another roadblock for individuals. Don't let this discourage you. One of the things that Kimberly and I can teach you is we can teach you the right formula to use in order to get a manual review. And if you get a manual review using this formula, guess what? You can still get approved despite the amount of time that you are in business. So why am I saying that? I'm saying that to the person that's watching this who's saying, I want to start a business, or I just started my business. It's under a year old. It's under 6 months. I haven't even filed my incorporation paperwork yet, but I want to get approved from the very beginning. Guess what? Don't let this time in business hinder you. There is a process. And the key to that equation is the number of payment experiences, understanding the right number of payment experience, but also understanding how to get those payment experiences. And so those are the things that we want to teach you.
So vendor approval. So the process for most vendors, the approval and reporting process is totally different. Not all vendors report, and not all vendors report the same way. So when you're working with Coach Sean and I, if you come in and work with us, we are, for starters, going to identify those vendors for you. Those vendors that you should be using, those that you start off with, and even those that you finish out with, and visit their websites. You would visit their websites, become acquainted with what they're looking for in their applicants. That application process is very unique. We're going to go through that with you and hold your hand through that. So starting here, first, like we talked about, making sure that your business is fundable. We know the fundability of a business determines usually their success, determines their longevity. So we always want to make sure that we have cash flow when we're starting our businesses, that we have cash flow that we're able to sustain and get through some of those even sometimes rocky periods that we all have as business owners. So again, second, we want to determine your business financial goals with you. We want to sit down with you, assess, where do you see yourself, say, in 6 months in your business? Where do you see yourself in 5 years in your business? We want to determine those business goals, those financial goals, because that then determines where we want to look for those funds for you and what type of funds we want to be looking for you. Thirdly, we want to determine if you are willing to invest in your business success. If you are willing to invest, because we know that if you're not willing to invest, then generally, your business is limited. You have to be able to invest in yourself and be able to invest in your business so that you might have the success that you are so able to get. Fourth, you want to get with a mentor. You want to get with people like Coach Sean and I. You want to get with a mentor, a coach, or someone who knows the formula. to building your business credit without using a personal guarantee. Someone that is going to hold your hand, that's going to help you, that's going to give you the blueprint to make it happen.
So, how can we help you? I know many of you, we've given you some information and you're still saying, okay, now I believe that I can do it, but I need help. So this is how our team can assist you. We can provide you with business coaches and advisors to help you through the process, the initial process, mainly because we also indicated that so many people fail at that initial process. So we want to help you through the initial process. We want to help you make your business fundable. We're also going to help you by helping you to establish payment experiences. Now, that does not mean that we're going to make those payment experiences for you, but we're going to show you how to establish those payment experiences. We're also going to help you set up business credit with the 3 major business reporting agencies. And listen, folks, the business credit reporting agencies are different from the consumer credit reporting agencies, okay? And then lastly, we're going to help you by implementing the blueprint. That's right. We're going to teach you the blueprint, but then we're also going to be hands-on and help you implement the blueprint so that you can get the initial credit without using your personal guarantees. As Kimberly indicated, we're going to identify starter vendors for you. Those vendors that actually report, not the 93% that don't, okay? So that's very important. A lot of people start off with different vendors, and as we indicated, they don't report, so it does not help you when it comes to building your business credit. So we're going to identify some of those starter vendors for you. Secondly, we're going to identify fleet and retail creditors that don't require personal guarantors or credit checks. Come on, y'all, that's right. We're going to identify fleet and retail creditors. And so this is going to help you take your business to the next level. This is going to help you boost your business income. And we want to give you some bonuses. We are also going to provide business consultation, a 30-minute business consultation. And our second bonus is that we're going to give you a 30-minute consultation on the power of mastering your personal credit, because many of you are not able to be a personal guarantor for your business credit simply because your personal credit is not in order. So we want to help you from a holistic standpoint to get to where you need to be with your personal credit, and more importantly, with your business credit, so that you can build both at the same time. So let's start building your business credit today. We want you to register for our Boost Your Business Credit 6-week coaching session. That's where we're going to give you the blueprint. That's where we're going to go into and outline the steps of becoming fundable. We're going to outline what vendors you need to target. We're going to outline payment systems. We're going to give it to you all. We're going to talk to you about loans and capital programs. We're just going to give you everything that you need to take your business to the next level. And guess what, folks? We are feeling so generous that we typically charge close to $1,600 for this class. But because it's at the end of the year, Kimberly and Kim, I can't believe that we're doing this. Can you believe that we're doing this?
No, I can't. But you know what? We are trying to help the people in 2022. We're trying to help them walk into their greatness. We're trying to help them walk into their winning season in 2022. So, hey, we have big hearts, Coach Sean. I mean, and that's what we're doing.
So listen, guys, the people that have been in our previous classes and have done one-on-ones with us have had great success And, like Kim said, we want to help you guys walk into your winning season. We want to help you go into the next year. So this last session of the year that we are providing, it's going to start in October. This is going to be the last session of the year. It's going to be 6 weeks of interactive training where you will get to ask us questions personally. We're not going to just be talking to you. You're going to be able to give us your personal experience, and we're going to be able to walk you through it. We're giving this to you at a very discounted rate. I actually believe it's almost like giving it away free, Kim.
Yeah, it is.
But hey, the question comes down to this. Are you ready to invest in yourself and take your business to the next level? And if you are, then we want you to go online right now to launchmybusiness.us and reserve your spot. Register for the class. It's a limited space, y'all. And the reason it's limited space is because we told you this is very hands-on, very interactive. And you got a lot of gems and a lot of bonuses that we're going to be throwing in. And I'm just trying to tell you, this is really going to take your business to the next level. It does not matter if you have not started your business yet. This course is for you. You don't want to miss it. Anything you want to say, Kim?
Hey, I just want to say that they need to jump on. They need to come on this ride with us, this journey with us, as we help, like you said, hold their hands. It's interactive. We're going to be making sure we even have a money back guarantee. I mean, hey, what can you say?
I know.
Guarantee? And that's because of the fact that we're confident that we are going to help you scale your business, that we are going to help you enable your business to be fundable and give you that fundability that you need, especially in 2022. There's going to be so many opportunities, as we've gone through even this pandemic. I'm going to say really quick, as we've gone through this pandemic, we know that there are people that have suffered, businesses have suffered. There are things that are and opportunities that are going to be there in 2022. And we want those people that want to take this journey with us to be able to take advantage of every opportunity to position themselves, to be there, to have everything in place. And we're going to help them have everything in place so they can take advantage of it, Coach Sean.
Well, you heard it, folks. And, as Remy Ma and Fat Joe said, we going all the way up.
Yes, sir.
It's just a matter, are you going with us? Log on. Launchmybusiness.us.